So today's the 2-year anniversary of my brand Lippy Links, and here's what 2 years of building a business looks like. So Lippy Links was launched in July 2024. The first month I had one customer, and that was a friend. The second month I had another customer, and that was also somebody else that I knew. The third month was the real customer, and this was a person that I didn't know. And it took a while for Lippy Links to get traction because nobody had ever heard of my brand, nobody's ever seen this product, and it takes a while for people to buy something. So when you see something new and you look on your feed, you're not going to buy it the first time. It takes a few times before you see it more on your, like I'm talking Instagram or YouTube or, you know, your social media feed. Before you buy something, you got to see it a few times, and then you're like, okay, so what's this? And then you decide you want to buy it. So it takes a while. So Lippy Links is the same thing. So July we launched, and by December of 2024 I got an email from Huda Beauty, and they said they wanted to have a chat, and I was like, wow, this is really exciting. And so the conversation with the Huda Beauty collaboration started then. Then around March 2025 is when an Italian singer stole my design and decided to sell it as her own. And she was an Italian singer, so I got a lot of support in Italy. There was a lot of coverage, a lot of people supported me, a lot of people bought Lippy Links, and we went close to selling out. I think maybe we sold out the first time then. And then after that, I think it's only a couple of months, maybe so March, April, maybe April. By April 2025, a second different influencer in Kuwait stole my brand and was making videos. Like, she blocked me on all social media, so I didn't know. And then an influencer, that's how I found out about the Italian singer, an influencer that I knew messaged me. Because I'd been blocked, I didn't know that it was happening. So I changed accounts and I found the brand, and then I got blocked every time I messaged her. So it was a Kuwaiti influencer, and she had stolen my product. She put her name on it, her brand's name on it, and started selling it. And also she started making videos as to how she invented my product and how she made my product, which is absolutely appalling. I was furious, so I made some videos. I exposed her. That video on TikTok has got 5 million views. I did have it pinned for a while, but I've unpinned it because it's just bad karma. I just wanted to clean my feed and get rid of that. So you'll have to search for it to see the video. It's got 5 million views. Once that happened, I got an enormous amount of support in the Middle East. Everyone, well, there's a bit of both. There's good and bad that comes with this sort of thing, as same with the Italian singer. So you have the haters and you have the supporters, because somebody's got to support the other side. But I got a lot of support, and because of that support, I think that was when I sold out the second time, was from the Middle East, and people in the Middle East got money, so they did big orders, which I'm very appreciative of, and they were very kind. And so I got a lot of orders, and so I sold out the second time. So that was May 2025, and then the end of May, I think early June, is when the Huda Beauty collaboration went live. And I got an enormous amount of attention then as well. So it was all very full on, and that was great. And around then, I think we got our first award in 2025. So that was really good, lots of attention. And then the attention kind of started petering out, as it does. I'm not even really a business person. I just came up with this idea. I'm a very creative person. I came up with this idea. Going back, it took me about 4 years to bring Lippy Links to life. 36 different manufacturers I contacted. A lot of them ignored me. Some of them helped me. sending NDAs and all this stuff. They just ignore you anyway, and they don't sign it properly. The right person doesn't sign it. It took quite a few years, and then when I did find somebody, we would start and they would only be able to go so far. The quality was not good. I didn't like what they were doing. One manufacturer even upped the price of silicone, which is what Lippy Links is made of, so I stopped working with them, and then I had to find another manufacturer. So going through 36 different manufacturers in 6 different countries, 6 different box manufacturers, and 2 different designers to help me bring Lippy Links to life. It took a while. It was all during lockdown. I'm quite lucky that I didn't have to leave home. At the start, with the first person that helped me with the prototype, even before the prototype, there was a 3D printer, a guy that made some samples for me, which was lovely. That was the most exciting for me, is when I saw Lippy Links in real life, because then it kind of freaked me out, because I was like, wow, this was an idea that I had in my mind and now it's come to life. So it was exciting and it just freaked me out. So that was great. So it takes a lot of people to help you do this. So I just kept going. And then we come to mid 2025, and there's still like a tension there, and then it just kind of peters out towards the end of the year. And now we're in 2026, and Lippy Links is now kind of limping along slowly because all the interest has died down. And as I said, I'm not a business person, I'm more of a creative person. So learning how to do business, how to attract customers, and all these. And then the next issue is that during all this time, so from the start of Lippy Links' journey from 2019 until now, there's been a lot of deaths in my family. It's been like 8. And the 2 most important ones were my uncle, who I absolutely adored, and my dad. And then running a business on top of all this grief and all this stress, and it's just all been so unexpected that a couple of weeks ago I was diagnosed with PTSD. So I thought I had ADHD because I was being compared to another family member who did have this, and I went to get assessed, cost me about $1,000. And it turns out it's PTSD. So this is why I've started making these behind the brand videos. They're easy to do. I'm just sitting on the floor in front of my bookcase. This is my this is my like a creative activity corner, and I make cards and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just sitting on the floor in front of my bookcase, and it's just easy to do these behind the scenes videos, offering you a glimpse behind the scenes of my brand and what I go through. They're just very easy to make and easy for me to do. It's not so stressful, and it just gives me a chance to grow my YouTube audience and to monetize, so that I can fund Lippy Links and produce more products, and also to hire people to help me. Because, so yes, at the moment I'm just kind of struggling to work on my business. The goal for Lippy Links now at the moment is more, because there aren't new products that I've got out there. It's incredibly stressful and time consuming and requires a lot more capital than I have. So if I can find different streams of income, which is why I'm going more all in on YouTube to get that income stream in to fund Lippy Links, is the plan that I'm looking at. And to reach, because there's millions of people out there that have never heard of Lippy Links, so to get my brand out there to more people who've never heard of it is the goal too. And to have some partnerships would be great. As a small brand, I do approach other brands, but being a small brand, they're not interested. And I get a lot of contacts from other brands, but unfortunately they're unrealistic, or they want me to give them free products so they can launch their brand, which is ridiculous and unrealistic. And I've had scammers try to collaborate with me, but it just didn't make sense. And people don't realize how time consuming it is to produce Lippy Links. So there's time constraints, and it's stressful having your own brand. It's not easy. I'm doing the best that I can, and I will continue, but I'm just continuing at a slower, gentler pace until I can kind of look after myself, and maybe next year have a few more assets under my belt, and we'll see how we go. So the ending is not so bright, but I assure you I'm going to keep going just at a slower pace, and then maybe things will pick up. So it's not the end of the road, it's just a bit of a quieter road, and I'm stopping to smell the roses and do my best. So that's it for this video. Please subscribe, like, comment. It helps my channel, it helps it grow, which is my goal. I'd love to get to 100,000 subscribers so I can get a silver play button and I can put it over here somewhere. That would be so exciting. That's my goal for the year, and to of course monetize my channel so that I can fund Lippy Links and have exciting things happen in the future. So thank you for tuning in. Try Lippy Links, share it with your friends. You can get the baby pack, there's 3 packs in there, and share it with your friends. And once you try Lippy Links, you will really not go back. It's definitely a lifesaver. So thank you, and I will catch you guys on the next one.